Have you ever felt tired of waiting? Maybe you're waiting for something big to happen in your life, like finding your dream job, starting a new chapter, or finally feeling happy and settled. Sometimes it feels like we're stuck in one place while everyone else is moving forward. We begin to wonder, why is everything taking so long? Or why can't things just happen now? We live in a fast world. We're used to quick results, fast food, fast internet, fast replies. Because of this, we often think that waiting means wasting time. But what if that's not true? What if waiting is actually an important part of becoming who we are meant to be? What if the best things in life don't come quickly, but come at the right time? Patience isn't just about sitting still. It's about trusting that good things are on their way, even if we can't see them yet. It's about staying calm, staying focused, and not giving up when life moves slowly. Patience is a quiet strength. And in today's world, it might be one of the most powerful things we can learn. So in this video, let's talk about patience, what it really means, why it's hard sometimes, and how it can help us grow. Along the way, we'll look at simple examples from nature, life, and even people who've found success by simply giving things the time they needed. Take a moment to ask yourself, is there something in your life right now that you're rushing? Something you wish would happen faster? What if it's not late, but simply still growing? Let's begin. What is patience? Patience means staying calm while you wait for something. It's the ability to keep going without getting angry, upset, or giving up, even when things are slow or difficult. Patience is not about doing nothing. It's about choosing to trust the process, even when it takes time. We practice patience in many small ways every day. For example, we wait in line at the store, sit in traffic, or wait for someone to call us back. Children wait for their birthdays. Students wait for exam results. And people wait for their goals to become real. Sometimes we wait for change, for healing, or for a better season in life. Whether it's something big or small, patience shows up all the time. Even though we deal with waiting every day, being patient isn't always easy. In fact, it can feel really hard. That's because we often want things to happen fast. When we don't see quick results, we start to feel anxious or frustrated. We compare our lives to others who seem to be moving ahead more quickly. We start to think that maybe we're behind, or maybe something is wrong. Another reason patience is difficult is because we can't always see progress. Just like a seed growing underground, important changes often happen quietly, where we can't see them. That can be confusing or discouraging, but just because we don't see something happening doesn't mean nothing is happening. Patience asks us to slow down, to trust time, and to believe that some things are worth the wait. It teaches us to be steady, to keep going, and to stay kind to ourselves during the hard parts. And in a world that keeps speeding up, learning how to be patient may be one of the most powerful things we can do. Why good things take time. Let's take a closer look at why good things often take time. In a world that tells us to hurry, we sometimes forget that some of the best things in life cannot be rushed. Growth, healing, learning, and real success all move at their own natural pace. We can learn a lot from nature. Think about how long it takes for a tree to grow. You plant a small seed, and for weeks or months, it may seem like nothing is happening. But underground, roots are forming. The tree is building a strong foundation before it can grow tall. Over time, it begins to rise, branch out, and one day it gives shade, fruit, or flowers. But all of that takes years. The same is true for the seasons. Winter doesn't turn into summer overnight. Each season has its role, and nature doesn't rush through them. Everything happens when the time is right. Now think about people. Every skill we learn, whether it's cooking, playing music, learning a language, or becoming good at a job, takes time and practice. You don't become great at something after one try. You have to show up again and again, even when it's hard. Athletes train for years before they reach their peak. Writers often spend months, or even years, working on a single book. Good careers are built slowly, one step at a time. Relationships are another good example. Strong friendships or deep love don't happen in a single moment. They grow through trust, honesty, and shared experiences. You get to know someone more over time, through ups and downs, not just easy days. The more time you spend building a real connection, the deeper it becomes. And what about emotional growth? That's something many of us forget when we want quick results. Becoming more confident, learning how to handle stress, or becoming more understanding and kind, these things don't come in a day. Life teaches us slowly. Sometimes we grow the most after failure, loss, or struggle. It's during the hard seasons that we build strength on the inside. It might not be visible to others, but it's real, and it matters. So, why do good things take time? Because they are being built carefully and deeply. Rushing often means skipping steps, and when we skip steps, we end up with something weak or unfinished. But when we let things grow at their natural pace, we build something stronger and longer lasting. It's okay if your journey is slow. It doesn't mean you're behind. It means you're growing the right way. Just like a tree, just like the seasons, and just like every good thing in life, it all takes time. What happens when we rush? Rushing through life might feel like we're getting ahead, but often it causes more harm than good. When we try to force things to happen too quickly, we can make mistakes, feel overwhelmed, and miss out on important lessons along the way. One of the most common problems with rushing is that we make poor decisions. When we don't give ourselves time to think things through, we act too fast, and sometimes choose the wrong path. We might take a job we don't really want, enter a relationship before we're ready, or try to finish a task without doing it well. Later, we may look back and think, I should have waited, or I wasn't ready yet. Many mistakes come not from doing the wrong thing, but from doing the right thing too soon. Rushing also brings a lot of stress. When we feel like we're behind, we start to push ourselves harder and harder. Our minds race, our hearts feel heavy, and we forget to enjoy the moment we're in. We focus only on what's next, and never feel truly happy with what we have now. This constant pressure can lead to burnout, anxiety, or even giving up completely. Another thing we lose when we rush is the chance to learn. Every journey has lessons, and those lessons often come slowly. When we skip the slow parts, we skip the wisdom they bring. We might get to the end faster, but we miss the growth that would have made us stronger. It's like reading only the last page of a book. Sure, you know how it ends, but you miss the full story. And in life, the full story is where the real value is. So even though waiting can feel uncomfortable, it's often better than rushing. Patience gives us space to make thoughtful choices, feel more peace, and grow in ways that rushing never allows. The benefits of being patient. So far, we've talked about why patience matters and what can go wrong when we rush. Now let's look at what happens when we choose to be patient. You might be surprised by how many good things come from simply learning to wait with trust and calm. First, patience often leads to better results. When we take our time, we give ourselves the chance to do things properly. We learn more, prepare better, and make fewer mistakes. Whether it's working on a school project, saving money for something important, or building a career, patience helps us make smarter decisions. We're not just trying to finish fast, we're trying to do it right. And when we do things right, the results usually last longer and feel more meaningful. Another benefit of patience is inner peace. When we're not rushing, we're more present. We're able to breathe, think clearly, and enjoy the moment. Life becomes less about chasing the next thing and more about appreciating where we are right now. Patience helps us feel calm even when things don't go as planned. It reminds us that we don't need everything to happen at once. We can trust the process and know that things will unfold when the time is right. Patience also helps build a stronger mindset. Every time we wait without giving up, we grow tougher inside. We learn to stay focused, even when things get hard. We develop self-control, which is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. A patient person is not weak. They are steady and strong. They don't need everything to happen quickly, because they believe in their ability to keep going step by step. And finally, patience helps us build stronger relationships. When we are patient with others, we give them space to be themselves. We learn to listen more, forgive more, and support people through their own slow journeys. Patience makes us more understanding and more kind, not just to others, but also to ourselves. So the next time life feels slow, try to see it differently. Instead of feeling stuck, remind yourself, I'm building something good. I'm growing. And it's okay if it takes time. Because often, the best things in life are not the fastest. They're the ones that are built with care, trust, and patience. How to build patience. Now that we know how valuable patience is, the next question is, how do we build it? Patience isn't something you're just born with. It's something you can learn and strengthen over time. Like any skill, it gets better the more you practice. Here are a few simple ways to start building patience in your daily life. First, practice waiting on purpose. Try starting small. For example, when you're in line at the store, resist the urge to check your phone. Just wait. Look around. Be present. Or if you're watching a show online, don't skip the ads. Use that moment to take a breath. These small acts train your mind to stay calm when things don't move quickly. The more you practice waiting in easy moments, the easier it becomes in harder ones. Second, breathe and slow down. Many times, impatience comes from stress or feeling rushed. When you notice yourself getting annoyed or restless, pause and take a few slow, deep breaths. This helps your body relax and gives your brain time to reset. Just a few seconds of calm breathing can turn a frustrating moment into a peaceful one. Slowing down your body helps slow down your thoughts, and that makes it easier to wait with patience. Another way to build patience is to think long-term. Instead of focusing only on what's happening right now, try to look ahead. Ask yourself, Will this still matter in a week, a month, a year? When we step back and see the bigger picture, we realize that many things we worry about are actually small. Focusing on the long term helps us stay steady, even when the present feels slow or uncertain. Finally, trust the process. This is one of the most powerful parts of patience. Even when we don't see results right away, that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Sometimes growth is quiet. Sometimes progress is invisible at first. Just like a seed growing underground, the most important changes happen before we can see them. Trusting the process means believing that our effort, time, and care will lead to something good, even if it takes a while. Building patience doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice, just like learning to play music or ride a bike. But every time you choose to wait calmly, take a deep breath, or stay hopeful during a slow season, you're becoming a more patient, stronger person. And that quiet strength will help you through anything. Real-life stories. Sometimes, the best way to understand patience is to see it in action. Many of the people we admire today didn't find success quickly. They waited, worked, failed, and tried again, often for years. Their stories show us that good things really do take time. Let's start with someone almost everyone knows, J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books. Before she became famous, she was going through a very hard time. She was a single mother, jobless, and struggling with depression. She wrote her first Harry Potter book in cafes, using whatever free time she had. But when she finished it, things didn't suddenly get better. In fact, her book was rejected by 12 publishers before someone finally said yes. It took years of waiting, rejection, and holding on to hope. But she didn't give up. Today, millions of people around the world love her stories. And all of it began with patience, quiet work, and the belief that something good would come. Eventually. Another story is about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison for fighting against racism in South Africa. 27 years. That's a lifetime for many people. Yet he stayed strong. He believed that freedom and justice were worth waiting for. After he was released, he didn't seek revenge. Instead, he chose peace. He became the president of South Africa and helped bring people together. His life is proof that waiting with purpose can lead to powerful change. But you don't need to be famous to show patience. Let me tell you a simple, everyday story. There was a young man who wanted to learn how to play the guitar. At first, he was excited. He watched videos, bought a cheap guitar, and practiced every day. But after a few weeks, his fingers hurt, the chords sounded messy, and he felt stuck. He thought about quitting. "Why am I not good yet?" he asked. But something inside him said, "Keep going." So he kept practicing. One day, after months of trying, his hands moved smoothly, and the music started to sound beautiful. It didn't happen overnight, but it happened, because he was patient. These stories, both big and small, remind us of something important. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing your part and trusting that the rest will come in time. Whether you're writing a book, learning a skill, healing from pain, or waiting for a dream to come true, patience is what helps you hold on and keep going. Everyone's journey is different, and some paths are longer than others. But the people who stay patient, steady, and hopeful, they're often the ones who go the farthest. Today, we learned that patience is more than just waiting. It's a powerful strength that helps us grow, make better choices, and find peace. We saw that good things take time, just like trees need years to grow and relationships need trust to deepen. We talked about the risks of rushing, like making mistakes and feeling stressed, and the many benefits of being patient, such as better results, calmness, and a stronger mindset. Remember, building patience is a skill. You can practice it every day by slowing down, breathing deeply, thinking about the long term, and trusting the process. And when you feel like giving up, think about the stories of people who succeeded because they didn't quit too soon. So here's a simple challenge. The next time you feel impatient, pause for a moment. Take a breath. Remind yourself that good things are growing, even if you can't see them yet. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing you're learning to be patient with right now? Stay calm, keep going, and trust the power of patience.